Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English with Olly. Today, we're starting a very interesting episode called Learn English by Speaking to Yourself. Yes, that's right. You can actually practice English even when you're alone, and it really works.
It might sound funny at first, but talking to yourself in English is a powerful way to improve. When you speak out loud, your brain starts to connect words, sounds, and ideas much faster. It's like training your muscles, but for your mouth and your mind.
Exactly. Sometimes people think, I don't have anyone to practice English with, so I can't improve. But the truth is, you always have yourself. You can use your own voice to practice anytime, anywhere.
And here's the best part. When you speak to yourself, there's no pressure. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to worry about mistakes. You're just practicing, building confidence, and getting used to the rhythm of English.
That's such an important point. Many learners are shy or afraid of speaking in front of others, but if you practice alone first, you will feel much more comfortable when you speak to real people later.
So in this first chapter, remember, talking to yourself is not strange. It's smart. It helps you practice vocabulary, pronunciation, and fluency without fear.
And in the next chapter, we'll show you exactly how to start speaking to yourself in easy and fun ways. Welcome back, friends. In the first chapter, we talked about why speaking to yourself in English works. Now, let's move on to the exciting part, how to actually do it.
Yes, this is where it becomes fun. Many learners don't know how to begin. They think, what should I say? Or won't I sound strange? But don't worry. We'll give you some very simple and clear steps you can follow.
Step 1. Describe what you're doing. This is the easiest way to start. For example, when you wake up, you can say, I am getting out of bed. I am brushing my teeth. I am making coffee. You are just telling yourself what you are doing in English.
That's a great way to connect English with your daily life. And the best part is, you don't need extra time. You're already brushing your teeth, cooking, or walking, so you can just describe it out loud.
Step 2. Talk about what you see. Imagine you're walking down the street. You can say, I see a red car. The sky is blue. That woman is walking her dog. It's like you are the narrator of your own movie.
And if you don't know a word, that's okay. Just use simple words. Instead of, that woman is carrying a handbag, you can say, she has a bag. It doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to keep speaking.
Exactly. Step 3. Practice small conversations with yourself. Pretend you are talking to a shopkeeper, a friend, or a stranger. For example, you can say, hello, how much is this? And then answer yourself, it's $5. It might feel silly, but it really prepares you for real-life situations.
I love that. And here's another tip. Use a mirror. When you look at yourself and talk, it feels more real. You see your mouth move, and you can practice expressions like smiling or making eye contact.
Yes, the mirror makes a big difference. And finally, step 4, make it a habit. Even 5 minutes a day is enough. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes, and soon you'll notice that English words come to your mind much faster.
So, to sum up this chapter, start small by describing your actions. Talk about what you see, practice mini conversations, use a mirror, and make it a daily habit. These little steps will slowly make you more fluent and confident.
And in the next chapter, we'll show you how to expand your self-talk so you can practice longer sentences, express emotions, and even tell short stories to yourself. Welcome back, everyone. So far, we've learned how to start speaking to yourself with simple steps, like describing what you're doing or talking about what you see. Now, in this chapter, we're going to make your practice richer and more exciting by expanding your self-conversations.
Yes, this is where it becomes the real progress. At the beginning, short sentences are good, like, I am cooking rice. But as you practice more, try to make your sentences longer and more detailed. For example, you can say, I am cooking rice because I want to eat dinner soon. I am hungry, and rice is quick and easy to make. See how the idea becomes bigger?
That's right. Adding reasons, feelings, or extra details makes your English more natural. You don't need to rush, just slowly add more words each time.
Another way to expand your practice is to talk about your emotions. Instead of only saying what you are doing, try to say how you feel. For example, I am walking to the bus stop and I feel tired today. But I am also happy because the weather is sunny.
Yes, when you include your feelings, you practice useful everyday words like happy, tired, excited, nervous, or calm. These words are important because they appear in real conversations all the time.
And here's something fun. Try telling yourself short stories. For example, you can look back at your day and say, this morning I woke up late, so I rushed to the bus stop. Luckily, I caught the bus just in time. At work, I had a lot of emails, but I finished them. It doesn't have to be a long story, just a few sentences that connect together.
Storytelling is very powerful because it helps you practice using the past, present, and even the future tense. You can also imagine future situations. Tomorrow, I will meet my friend for lunch. I think we will go to a new cafe.
So, to grow your self-talk, remember these tips. 1. Make your sentences longer by adding reasons or details. 2. Include your feelings and emotions. 3. Tell short stories about your day, your past, or your future.
Exactly. This way, you'll go from saying small, simple lines to expressing real thoughts and ideas in English. And the best part is, you're practicing in a safe space, just with yourself.
In the next chapter, we'll show you how to use new vocabulary in your self-talk so you can learn and remember new words more easily.
Welcome back, my friends. In the last chapter, we learned how to expand your self-talk by making longer sentences, sharing your emotions, and even telling short stories to yourself. Now, let's talk about something very important: how to bring new vocabulary into your self-talk.
Yes, many learners tell me, I study new words, but I forget them so fast. And that's true. If you only read or write the word, you might forget it. But if you actually say it out loud and use it in your own sentences, it stays in your memory much longer.
That's so true. Here's a simple tip. Whenever you learn a new word, don't just repeat it like a robot. Try to use it in a real sentence about your own life. For example, if you learn the word delicious, you can say, this pizza is delicious. Yesterday, my coffee was delicious too.
Exactly. And you don't need to wait for the perfect situation. Just bring the word into your self-talk whenever you can. Let's try another one. If the new word is confused, you might say, I am confused about this bus schedule. I was confused in class today.
Another tip is to use word families. For example, if the word is happy, you can also practice with happily and happiness. You can say, I am happy today. I am smiling happily. Spending time with my family gives me happiness. By practicing the whole family, you build stronger connections.
I love that. And here's another idea. Write down 3 to 5 new words and try to use them all in one short story to yourself. For example, if your words are excited, train, and bag, you can say, I am excited because I am taking a train trip tomorrow. I need to pack my bag tonight.
That's great practice. And don't worry if your sentences are a little funny or unusual. The important thing is that you're using the words in your own voice. The more personal the sentence, the easier it is to remember.
So the steps are simple. 1. Take a new word. 2. Use it in short sentences about your own life. 3. Try using word families. 4. Combine several new words in a short story.
Perfect. This will help you not only remember words, but also feel more confident using them in real conversations later.
And in the next chapter, we'll show you how to make your self-talk more interactive by asking yourself questions and answering them, almost like playing both roles in a conversation.
Welcome back. So far, we've talked about describing your actions, making longer sentences, sharing emotions, and using new vocabulary. Now it's time to take your practice one step further. Let's make your self-talk more interactive, like a real conversation.
Yes, this is a fun step. Instead of just saying statements like, I am cooking dinner, or I feel tired, you can actually ask yourself questions and then answer them. It's like playing both roles in a conversation.
For example, you can say, what am I doing right now? I am cooking dinner. What will I eat later? I will eat rice and vegetables. Why am I cooking? Because I am hungry. See, you've created a little dialogue just with yourself.
That's such a powerful way to practice. And it can be very flexible. You can ask simple questions like what, where, when, why, who, how. These question words are used in real English all the time. So the more you practice, the more natural they become.
Let's try another one. Imagine you're walking outside. You could ask yourself, where am I going? I am going to the shop. What will I buy? I will buy some bread. How do I feel? I feel relaxed because the weather is nice.
That's a great example. And the best part is, you're training yourself to think in English. You don't wait for someone else to ask you. You ask yourself, and then you answer right away.
Yes, and if you want to make it even more fun, you can pretend to be two different people. For example, one voice can be you, and the other can be a friend, like this. Hey, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to the shop. Really? What are you going to buy? I will buy some bread and milk. This way, you practice the natural flow of a conversation.
That's brilliant. It might feel a little strange at first, but it really helps you prepare for real conversations with others. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. The goal is to get comfortable speaking and responding quickly in English.
So here's your practice challenge. Next time you're alone, try to ask yourself at least 3 questions about what you're doing and then answer them. Or play both roles in a short conversation.
In the next chapter, we'll show you how to add variety and creativity to your self-talk so you can practice in fun and interesting ways every day.
Welcome back. By now, you know how to describe your actions, share your feelings, use new vocabulary, and even create little conversations with yourself. But sometimes doing the same kind of self-talk every day can feel boring. That's why in this chapter, we're going to talk about adding variety and creativity to your practice.
Yes, English learning doesn't need to feel like homework. You can make it playful and fun. One way is to change the situation in your imagination. For example, instead of only talking about what's happening right now, imagine you're in a cafe in London, or at a busy airport, or on a beach holiday. Then, start describing what you see and what you would say.
That's a fantastic idea. Let's try one together. Imagine you're sitting in a cafe. You could say, I am sitting in a small cafe. I can smell the fresh coffee. I hear people talking quietly. I am waiting for my friend and I feel excited. See, you just built a whole scene in English.
And here's another fun method. Change the style of your self-talk. For example, one day you can talk like a teacher, explaining something. Today I am teaching myself how to cook pasta. First, I boil with water, then I add the pasta. After 10 minutes, it is ready. And another day, you can talk like a storyteller. Once upon a time, a girl went to the park. She found a little dog, and the dog followed her home.
I love that. Changing your voice makes practice less repetitive. Another creative way is to use different tenses. Don't only talk in the present. Try the past or future. For example, past, yesterday I walked to the park and I saw a big dog. Future, tomorrow I will visit the market and I will buy some fruit.
Exactly. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can combine them. Yesterday, I studied English for 1 hour. Today, I am practicing speaking. Tomorrow, I will use these words with my friend. This way, you train your brain to move between tenses smoothly.
Here's one more idea. Role play different characters. Pretend you are a shop assistant, a traveler, or even a tour guide. For example, you can say, "Hello, welcome to my shop. How can I help you today?" Then switch roles. "Yes, I would like to buy a new bag, please." This helps you prepare for many real-life situations.
So to keep your practice fun, 1. Imagine new places. 2. Change your style or voice. 3. Use different tenses. 4. Role play different characters.
And remember, English learning should feel alive, not mechanical. If you enjoy your practice, you'll keep doing it, and your progress will be much faster.
In the next chapter, we'll talk about how to stay consistent with self-talk and build it into your daily life like a natural habit.
Welcome back. We've learned many ways to practice self-talk, describing actions, creating conversations, using imagination, role-playing, and more. But here's a very important question. How do you make self-talk part of your everyday life?
Yes, because practicing once or twice is good, but the real progress comes when you do it every single day. So today, let's talk about how to build self-talk into your routine like a simple habit.
The first step is to connect it with activities you already do. For example, when you brush your teeth, describe what you're doing. I am brushing my teeth. The water feels cold. My toothbrush is blue. Or when you cook, I am cutting vegetables. The knife is sharp. I am making soup.
Exactly. By linking self-talk to daily routines, you don't need extra time. You just use the moments you already have. Another tip is to choose a special English time every day. For example, 5 minutes in the morning or 5 minutes before bed. During that time, you only speak to yourself in English.
Yes, and don't forget, you don't need to talk for 1 hour. Even 2 or 3 minutes can be powerful. The key is consistency. Think about it. If you practice for just 5 minutes every day, that's over 2 hours every month.
That's amazing progress. And here's another trick. Use reminders. You can put a sticky note on your mirror that says, "Speak English," or set a phone alarm to remind you. These little reminders will help you stay on track.
Also, try to make it fun. For example, you can give yourself a theme of the day. On Monday, you talk about food. On Tuesday, about your feelings. On Wednesday, about your plans. This keeps things fresh and exciting.
And if you ever forget or skip a day, don't worry. Just start again the next day. Discipline is important, but being kind to yourself is important too.
So to make self-talk a habit, number 1, connect it with daily routines. Number 2, choose a special English time. Number 3, use reminders. Number 4, make it fun with themes. Number 5, be consistent, but also be patient with yourself.
In the next chapter, we'll go even deeper and show you how to measure your progress and see the real results of your self-talk practice.
Welcome back, my friends. So far, we've talked about how to practice self-talk and how to make it a daily habit. But here's something important. How do you know if you're actually improving? Sometimes when you practice alone, it's hard to see your progress.
That's true, but don't worry. There are many simple ways to measure your growth. The first one is recording yourself. Take your phone, press record, and talk about your day for 1 or 2 minutes. Then save the recording. After a week or a month, record yourself again and compare. You'll hear the difference in your speed, your confidence, and even your vocabulary.
Yes, that's one of the best methods. At first, you might feel shy, but remember, it's only for you. Think of it like taking before and after pictures when you go to the gym. You might not see the changes every day, but after a while, you'll notice a big improvement.
Another way is to write down a few sentences after your self-talk. For example, if you practice speaking about cooking, later you can write, I cooked rice today. It was easy. I learned the word boil. This helps you connect speaking with writing, and you'll see your vocabulary growing over time.
That's a great tip. And here's another one. Time yourself. At the beginning, maybe you can only talk for 30 seconds before you stop. But after a month, you might be able to speak for 2 or 3 minutes without stopping. That's real progress you can measure.
And don't forget the most important sign. You will start to feel more confident. You'll notice that when you speak with other people, the words come faster and you don't translate as much in your head. That's when you know your self-talk practice is working.
So to track your progress, you can record your voice regularly, you can write down new words or sentences, you can time how long you can speak without stopping, and you can notice your confidence in real conversations.
And remember, improvement is not always fast. Sometimes it's small and slow, but every step counts. If you keep going, your English will become smoother and more natural.
In the next chapter, we'll go even deeper and show you how to practice advanced self-talk so it doesn't just stay simple but becomes even more powerful.
Welcome back, my friends. We've practiced simple self-talk, built daily habits, and even learned how to track progress. Now, let's finish strong by talking about how to take your self-talk to the next level.
Yes, at the beginning, self-talk is simple. I am eating, I am walking, I am drinking coffee. But as you grow, you should challenge yourself. Try to use longer sentences, new words, and even emotions. For example, I'm drinking coffee and it makes me feel relaxed because today is busy. You're not just naming actions anymore, you're expressing feelings and ideas.
That's a great step forward. Another way to make it advanced is to use different tenses. For example, instead of only saying, I am walking to the bus stop, you can try, yesterday I walked to the bus stop, and tomorrow I will walk again. This way, you practice past, present, and future.
That's brilliant. And one last tip, try to think in English first without translating. At the start, translation is normal, but over time, train your brain to go directly into English. Self-talk is the best way to build the skill because it's private, safe, and you can do it anytime.
So to take your self-talk to the next level, use longer sentences and emotions. Practice different tenses, try imaginary or what-if situations, and train your brain to think directly in English.
If you do this, your English will not just improve, it will become natural. Self-talk is like a secret superpower for learning languages, and now you know exactly how to use it.
That's right. And remember, learning English doesn't have to be stressful. With self-talk, you can practice anytime, anywhere, and keep growing step by step.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Speak English with Olly. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to listen to more episodes where we'll share more fun and easy ways to improve your English.
And don't forget, keep talking, keep smiling, and keep learning. See you in the next episode.